Greetings. Welcome to Safe Space Talks My Mastery. I'm your host for today, Nigeria Anderson. And today's topic is consciously decide. And I've said time and time again that in 2020, it wasn't for us to move into a new normal, but to a new consciousness. And so I'm going to hit on what has value in your life and what doesn't. Think and be present. And of course, being intentional when we have to consciously decide and make a difference, a change, a transformation from something negative to positive, something good to bad. And last week we talked about the process because it is a process. It's not a what, it's not a 1, 2, 3, I'm free, right? Now, when it comes to trauma, okay? So, what do you deem valuable in your life? Is it your health? Is it your family? Is it your finances? What do you give value to? Let's say your health. Are you eating healthy, exercising, getting proper rest? Comment below. Because am I talking to you? Family. Are you so committed that you're so stressed out that you need help? Okay. And your finances. Are you investing? Do you have a savings plan? Are you overspending? Are you in debt? If so, you have to consciously decide to create better options to maintain a healthy mind, good health, have healthy family values, and of course, good, healthy finance behaviors. Last week, I spoke about the process of healing and understanding the importance of becoming unstuck, and how, for the most part, we all want that feeling of discomfort to go away quickly, and we'll do almost anything to get rid of it. And that's why you have some people who drink, smoke, promiscuous, have these addictive behaviors, because when they don't properly address the issues, if they're not consciously able to make a new decision, then they fall into a trap. And when it comes to trauma, listen, if you're finding yourself not able to pick yourself back up, because people try to say, you strong, you this, you that, pick yourself up, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Listen to me. If you are unable to do that, you have to get professional help. Okay? And of course, last week I spoke about how, I mentioned the discrepancies of obtaining that quality help. It's not a popular conversation, but necessary, and that we all are trying to become better and get well. We just have to trust the services. So make sure you watch that video and support this channel. And, I can't make this up. There's a big issue about the discrepancies of, of getting quality mental health. You can Google, you can go look. It's serious, family. So I hope here at Safe Space Talks, I can at least give you some tools and some ideas of things that you can do in the meantime while you're trying to obtain the quality care that you need. Okay? And you have any questions, I might know some people who I might be able to connect you with. You just have to email me at safespacetalks@gmail.com. So understanding what is valuable and what is not is key in your recovery. Not eating healthy is not good. Allowing your family to stress you out, it's not good. And spending money unnecessarily, it's not good. So how to get out of the spiral of stressing out and making better decisions to change these patterns and behaviors. You have to think things through. Remember, journaling, meditation, right? Get quiet, get a confidant, get some accountability partner, a mentor, or coach. People think that these services aren't necessary, but when you're serious about your mental well-being and like really taking care of yourself, and why is that so hard? You really have to say to yourself, I'm better than this. And wherever this is, this dark space, this breakup, this crisis in your life, and we all know as saints, you got to put Jesus Christ in your crisis so you can get out, right? So, you have to decide and note, how are you showing up in the morning when you wake up? Right? Because that's key, right? If you're following me, I have things that I've repeated and I'll continue to repeat, habits that you must create soon as you open your eyes, soon as you wake up, before you get out the bed, before you kiss your husband or your wife. There's a mental process you need to have to start your day. People think, I'm just getting up, and you're allowing your subconscious mind run your day. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Don't let your subconscious run your day. Be conscious. Consciously decide how you're going to walk in your day. Okay? So your thoughts have to begin to say, I have to eat healthy. Um, I have to know if I'm going to mend this relationship or I'm going to separate properly from these unhealthy family ties. This is going to be good today. Yes, you can separate from your family to protect your mental health. The Bible does not support toxic relationships or wicked and evil relationships. So, yes, you can separate, you can get divorced if you're in a toxic relationship. Yes, you cannot speak with a family member who is evil and reprobate and disrespectful to you. You can separate yourself to protect your mindset, your emotions, and not compound trauma. I'm going to speak with you today. Are you taking control over your eating habits and your spending habits? When you make new decisions, you are sending new messages, those neurons, right, to your mind and creating a new way of thinking. Remember, learning is key to reprogramming your mind. You have to find the light in your dark places. You have to get out of the bad patterns and your predictable patterns and behaviors. So you got to start learning yourself. What are your bad patterns and what are your predictable behaviors? Identify these things. And when you do that, you're set off a cognitive response in your brain for change. Now, the definition of cognitive means relating to the mental process involved in knowing, learning, and understanding things. So you got to understand that you're already in a bad place and you want to get in a better place, right? You know that this is an unhealthy space, right? Learning, right, is part of the whole neuroplasticity that I talked about in another video, right? These are behaviors that's going to help you with making conscious decisions, better decisions for your life. Okay? So, no, I am not a doctor. I am someone who has overcome some major challenges of life and feel equipped. I feel equipped to share how I got over, how I got over. I tell you, I don't know. If you don't have joy in your life, this is joy. This is what victory looks like when you overcome those them dark days. This is the results of yes, Lord. Okay, so the process is needed to help you make these better decisions. We talked about the values, right? What is value to you? And we talked about creating that for yourself. What do you value? What is good and what is bad? You have to separate. So let's talk about think and be present. The definition of think directs one's mind towards someone or something, uses one's mind actively. That's the key word right there. Use one's mind actively to form connected ideas. So, what's the first step to make sure your values or what you value? And let's stay on health, family, and finances since I brought it up. Let's keep that going. And let's keep that going as a base and make sure you're not hindering yourself or destroying your life slowly. First, let's think. How can I begin to change my diet to be more healthier? Remember, I will keep saying this until I'm blue in the face because we live in this insta world of just push a button and bam. And thinking has become like limited. You don't have to think or do much. Everybody's pushing buttons. And AI, you actually don't have to think anymore. Just ask a question, which is good if you know the right questions to ask. Okay, let's consciously decide that we will not go food shopping without the food shopping list. Now, in the comments, do you create a shopping list before you go shopping? Or do you go in there saying, I'm just going in there to pick up A, B, and C, and then you come out with a $300 bill because this was on sale and that was on sale? See, you have to discipline yourself. You have to get control of those impulses. I'm telling you, self-control is part of the fruit of the spirit. Ooh, I could feel like this is helping somebody. You don't have to put. I'm asking you to put it in the comments, but if you don't, it's okay because I already got the information. We value our health, so we will replace. Right, this is consciously deciding. We're going to take a shopping. We're going to create a shopping list of the things we need, not what we want, but what we need. Not what we want, but what we need. So we're taking a shopping list. We're going to, everybody got smartphones. You could put the list in your notes. Okay. So we value our health. So we will replace 2 items at a time from not healthy to healthy. I mentioned in previous videos, I replaced my bacon, egg, and cheese with avocado toast, and I'm loving it. And I'm telling you, that was one of the things I did. One, to replace 2 not healthy to healthy. So I changed my bacon, egg, and cheese to avocado. I also replaced my soda and juice with seltzer water. Child, I'm telling you, these small changes. Because, see, everyone want to make you think. They lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. They make you think this is going to be 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're going to lose the weight. Oh, you can make $20,000 a week. I make $20,000 a week. Because you've been doing it for the last 3 years, you should be upgraded to that level. If I sign up today, I'm not going to make $20,000 a week. Unless you're helping me, unless you sharing your clients with me, it's not realistic. It's possible. Oh, y'all. Okay, so let's stay focused. Replace 2 items at a time. Each month, keep replacing 2 items to the point where your cart is going to be filled with all your healthy stuff. You're going to be making your shakes, your avocado toast. You're going to be drinking your water. You're going to be doing it. You're going to be healthy. Okay? Be present. What I mean by that is focus on the new changes that you've decided to make. Focus on the new changes so you can continue to repeat the good and get rid of the bad. Because if you start getting discouraged and be like, this is not working, I ain't seen no results, I've been doing it, I just changed it yesterday and today I'm still my same weight. Okay, stay focused. Okay, stay focused. It's part of the process. But as long as you're in the process, oh my goodness, the end story is delightful. The end story is excellent. You win. You win. So repeat the good. Keep repeating the good. And then you're going to be like, this is amazing. So we know, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you're constantly thinking of being healthier, guess what you gonna be? Put in the comments. You gonna be healthier. Your health shall be better. As soon as you change these, replace what you supposed to do? Replace 2 items from your non-healthy to your healthy each month. Keep going, keep doing it, stay focused. Now, I suggest you meditate and visualize. In my kitchen, I have photos of vegetables and fruits. What have I done? I've changed my visualization. I've activated my visualization that when I go in my kitchen, I want vegetables. I want fruit. Now don't get me wrong. This is all still part of the process. I still want some candy and cake every now and then. I do. But in my process towards eating better, I've learned that I don't have to be a glutton and just be like, yum, 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 all the time. I mean, the struggle is real, family, especially women. Girls, we know the struggle is real. And I'm not gonna say nothing, but some of these dudes is getting a little thick. Okay, y'all got thick thighs, y'all got bellies. Y'all want to talk about us, but I'm just saying, call a spade, y'all too. When you go to the store, you too. I'm talking to everybody. Change 2 things. The struggle is real, but you'll have happy results. I can promise you that. And email me. Say, girl, that worked. It didn't work. You didn't do what I told you to do if it don't work. Family. All right, let's talk about family. Listen to me. I believe in corrective measures. If you don't believe me, you can ask my family. They will tell you. I practice what I preach. I have a family member who can be very rebellious and disrespectful, and I had to consciously decide that, you know what? I will not accept that behavior. It is unacceptable. And I prefer we not be in company. I give you language how to talk to that family member. I prefer not to be in company with you because your behavior, your pattern, your disrespect is unacceptable. Now, I absolutely love my family member, but I will not be emotionally upset, stressed out, worried, concerned, re-traumatized because the person refuses to change for the better or listen to instructions. And over the years, I've seen, I didn't, that is correct. Over the years, I have seen small changes, especially when they need something, right? You got those family members, right? But there's a pattern that keeps repeating itself over and over, and I will no longer be involved. I'm just not, because we have to protect our mental health, our emotions, our stress. People are having heart attacks, high blood pressure, being rushed to the hospital because of stress over an individual. I be feeling like Jesus when they was at the wedding and he said, "Woman, what does this have to do with me?" I'm just saying, sometimes you just want to be like, why I even have to deal with this? I don't want to deal with this. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not for being dismissive. Y'all know that. But there's a difference when there's a pattern of behavior and a mistake. Okay? We allow family members to err and reconcile. Did you hear me? We allow family members to err and reconcile, but that it cannot be a pattern of just repeated disrespect, abuse, verbal, physical, however it's coming. Okay, that's unacceptable. Now, if your family member is in need of special care, then we're going to have to acquire a facility and get them under doctor's care, if that be the case. Once I read my Bible, that you try once, even twice. If they do not respond, then you can leave them alone. That's Bible. And y'all know what? Y'all know what I speak. I speak English, I speak my opinion, and I speak Bible. Now that's how I roll. Y'all should know that. Go look at the social media posts, and then you'll realize how true that really is. And so, yes, I don't know who told people that Christians are like pushovers and that, you know, you can just say and do whatever you want. That's not true. At least not I. And I will try once, even twice. If there's no positive response, no maturity, no change, then as God did, I will turn them over to their own poor behavior and I will pray for them. You should pray for them. Keep them in prayer. Prayer changes things. All right, so I don't know. I just went off on that little tangent. Okay, so there is a difference between a mistake and a pattern. Now, I'm not saying, like I said, to disconnect and abandon somebody. If that person should need me, they all know, everybody, old friends, people we was mad cool, then we wasn't cool, and then we run into each other, and, you know, they may be nervous, but I ain't never nervous. I love you. I love you. We were friends. There may have been a disconnect. But I do what God say do. If we are supposed to love one another, esteem one another higher than ourselves, then I'm sticking to God's plan. Now that's me. Everybody can't be like me, and that's okay. So consciously decide to put space. It's okay. You gotta put space and time between conversations and company. But also, this is key, forgiveness is key on both ends. You got to forgive them. They got to forgive you. You doing what you got to do and whatever. And everything is everything. And when they are ready to reconcile, then sit and listen. But if reconciliation, and what that disturbs me. Okay, let me sidebar real quick. That disturbs me. Jesus came to reconcile us. He is the reconciliation is the whole point of salvation. So when Christians can't reconcile, I'm disturbed. But I understand. I understand that, maturity. I mentioned that. Maturity is key. Maturity. You gotta, know what God said in order to operate in it. And if you go into churches and they're telling you, tell your haters, where are you? Nigeria. Tell your haters when you're supposed to pray for your enemies. This is it's just so insane out here. I don't understand. I don't. Either you believe what God said, or you don't. I don't understand sometimes. I'm just like, whoa. And I love my friends, and I love comments that I hear from people who know me, because I'm gonna do right. Cause you know why? Because I'm sound and in my right mind on this day because of the Lord Jesus Christ. And y'all can play and say things and whatever, but cover the person in prayer who hurt you. Okay, finances requires real discipline because I promise you, something is going to come up and require payment. It ain't the devil. It's just living life. Things cost. And it's going to require payment, especially if you own property, you have a car, family, you pay bills. Everybody out here trying to tell you in real estate, I got 12 doors. And okay, brag. And it's all good when it's sweet. But things require payment. So you have to ask yourself the question, what do I spend my money on the most and why? So my weed smokers, alcohol drinkers, right? Yeah, listen. We're talking about getting our bodies and minds in shape, right? And making better decisions, okay? Um, uh, you know, is that the best way to spend your money? I don't smoke, I don't drink. You know, my money is not going to that. Listen, oh God, I'm not giving the man my money, right? I work for my money. I'm buying my necessities and I'm living. You think, okay. So ask yourself the question, what do I spend my money on the most and why? Why? Okay. Those who got sneakers and shoes that, fill closets. Why? I mean, it's your money, but I'm just saying. So what would be the best outcome for you if you learned how to properly manage your finances? That's question number 2. Question number 1, you ask yourself, what do I spend my money on the most and why? Question number 2, what would be the best outcome for you if you learn how to properly manage your finances? Listen, you're responsible for your own situation, right? Get your own salvation with fear and trembling. It is you, okay? When you lack responsibility and accountability, destruction is inevitable. Being broke is inevitable. So you have to consciously decide that poverty is not going to be my portion. Broke is not fun. I'm here to tell you, broke is not cool. Okay, I will not just work. You have to consciously decide, I will not just work to pay bills. You have to consciously decide, I will not just get by. And You have to consciously decide, I will not support others when I don't even really have it. And you have to consciously decide and know you should be the lender and not the borrower. When I began my wealth journey, I didn't make any unnecessary purchases for 3 years. Oh, it was hard. It was difficult. It seemed like that dress was cute and them shoes was cute. And I needed that and I wanted this. But you have to be disciplined. And that habit has stuck with me today. So, and don't get me wrong, I like nice things and I enjoy traveling and I do it all still today. However, I have created a budget for these activities, and that's another thing. You got to create a budget. Now, this goes back to when I tell you journaling, right? You got to write it down. I started to bring my book so I could show you how I write down how much money I spend monthly. Okay? You can't create a budget if you don't know how much you spend a month on bills, food, toiletries, your giving. You're not going to be able to get on your wealth track without having the valuable information to create the wealth track. If you are a person with low discipline, then get yourself an accountability partner, someone you can trust. Okay, everyone knows there's a difference between right spending and wrong spending. Therefore, you have to be intentional about your financial choices. Okay, so I hope what I said has helped you. Are you investing? Do you have a financial advisor? Do you have life insurance, or are you going to do the GoFundMe to bury your family member? Will a financial hiccup break you? Are you going to be homeless? Are you going to get your car repoed? And, what do you need to do right now to create a wealth track? What do you need to do? What bills you need to pay? What do you need to stop spending your money on? Why? Right? Make that comment below. I suggest you know how much you spend monthly to get on the process of getting your finances in order. This is key. And you will be able to determine where to make the budget cuts. How you gonna be an entrepreneur and you don't know how to do budgets or know where to do budget cuts? Child, do you hear all the stores closing and people Tesla and everybody laying off thousands of workers everywhere? You know what they're saying? Budget cuts. Budget cuts. So where do you need to do your budget cuts? Okay, you may need to sacrifice not buying coffee every morning, smoking cigarettes, smoking your weed, drinking alcohol, buying bottles, and going to the clubs and concerts. I thought about going to a concert. First of all, I don't really pay for concerts because I'm pressed, right? But I was like, I'm going to go see so and so. And I looked at them concert tickets. I was like, psych, why? And then, I look at their videos and I'm like, it's no way. It's just no way I'm going to see you in concert and spending that kind of money. You don't even, these celebrities don't even give you, they're not even entertaining you anymore. I'll just watch the video and that will suffice, or play my favorite song real loud. Budget cuts, no concerts. Okay, unless I go on a press under press. Other than that, I'm just saying, it is what it is. Okay, so you might need to get a second job. You might need to get a second job, or create a job. When I see the people in New York in the summer with their carts and selling water for $1, I'm like, yes, right? They created a job. when they want to, when I see in New York, you can create a job, okay? They detail and wash your car on the street, right? $20. They created a job. And I support them. I support them because, they need it. Be a babysitter. Drive Uber. And lastly, as I mentioned, you have to really be intentional about these choices that you're going to make. And you have to stay focused. You have to be committed. You have to allow the process to continue in order to see, the results of what you have put in place. Write it down, journal, meditate, visualize it, put photos, sticky notes. It's a process, and you got to be willing to do it. You got to be willing to do it. You have to make a conscious effort to be well. It is, listen, and not having someone to help you is the worst. So I'm here at Safe Space Talks Mind Mastery. Come on the channel. I can encourage you and tell you, hey, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. So you have a mind that is capable of pushing your potential to transform your life for the better. You do. It's an inside job. Please go look at all the other videos. Everything. I'm going to keep connecting everything too. So don't worry, because I always tell you, everything is connected, right? It's an inside job. This is why we enjoy sharing testimonies of those who have overcome their traumatic experiences. What am I going to say? You got to be willing. You have to be willing. For those of you who have been with me this far, you have to be willing. Simply by mastering the power of your mind mastery, you can live life without stress and defeating behaviors and live a life of fulfillment. My life, I'm living my best life. I never even knew. I didn't even know this existed for me. I'm telling you, I did not know. That's why I don't have to listen. I get on here and I want to share so much because I want everyone to know, like, just do what God told you to do and you're going to be all right. You don't have to be like nobody. You don't have to go buy Louis Vuitton. Do any of these names, any of these brands come back into our community and help us? All right, I was drifting again. Okay, so be willing, right, to want to live a life of fulfillment. Keys for success consist of personal growth. Anybody who makes a decision to be successful, to be an entrepreneur, you have to start with personal growth. Before you get to the personal growth, you have to be settled in yourself of your own greatness and have an inner peace. That even when people are telling you that's not gonna work, why you want to do that, right? Because you got the naysayers, right? So you have to have personal growth. You're constantly developing yourself, your mindset, your purpose-driven self. You got peace with yourself. Why? Because you got your health in order. You're thinking clearly. Your finances is in order. Your family values are straight. You straight. You get yourself straight. You got to get yourself together. Yeah. I love music. So, yeah, it just is what it is. And I can do all of this, right? I'm not going to get fired or anything, right? It's my thing, right? So, you have to consciously decide to do this by directing your thoughts towards making better decisions to create better outcomes. Better decisions, better outcomes. Apply and when you apply better decisions for better outcomes and you practice it, right? Because you can think it, but if you don't apply, if you don't practice, what is better by being intentional to move forward towards a more conscious you that is willing to be great. Remember, you win. You win. You will win. So remember, understanding neuroplasticity, you will learn how to consciously guide your thoughts and emotions, shaping your brain for success through learning and cultivating a new mindset. Well, that's my time. Remember, we're going to be in Philly. We're going to be in Philly, right? July 20th. And so I want y'all to definitely come through. We, I do this all by myself here. All right, so Safe Space Talks Mind Mastery is an online community and an in-person platform for those seeking a way to communicate about their trauma and begin the healing process. Safe Space Talks Mind Mastery is a non-medical, because I'm not a doctor. So if you can identify with anything that I'm sharing when I'm doing more of a deep discussion about the mind and trying to share what these professionals are talking about. And I don't have a professional on board, but my resources are very valid. Don't be mistaken. Just know that you can come here, and I'm here every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going on vacation, okay? And I also have to prepare for some in person dates. And so I'm going to give you all that information next week. So make sure you tell your friends to come join me and let's chop it up one more time and again. And if you are feeling any kind of way and depressed, you can call 988. It's a lifeline that provides 24/7 free and confidential support for people in distress. So I'm getting better and better. I'm getting better and better at this. And so I love me some y'all. Be well, be safe, and see you. What? See you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I love Batman. So, you ever want to get me a gift? That's one of my favorite superheroes. All right, guys, take care of yourself.